Hello, I'm Asamoah Gifted Ansubia.
And I'm Albiona Hayford.
I go by Michelle Bafena. Together, we are the representatives of the esteemed Aburi Girls Senior High School, and we are going to enlighten you on what the EC does before, during, and after elections, as well as threats that may occur and recommendations we have to ensure a smooth sail. This is the National Cyber Championship Competition 2024, organized by Cyber Ghana. Call a friend, grab a seat, let's dive in. Every 4 years, Ghana hosts a general election where eligible citizens vote in order to usher in a new government or maintain the current one. They say your vote is your power. On 29th November 2023, the Parliament of Ghana approved a budget of 768.9 million Ghana cedis for the 2024 election. You might be wondering, why such a huge amount? Well, I'll tell you why. They use this money for so many things, one of which is to ensure that your vote remains relevant. I am Michelle Bafena, along with Gifty Asamoah and Albiona Hayford, and together we are going to tell you what the EC does before, during, and after elections, as well as threats that may occur and our recommended solutions in order to have a peaceful election. Now to the threat models. There may be a supply chain attack on the collation system. From our research, we gathered that the EC system is managed by an external vendor called Neurotechnology. We stand to be corrected. A hacker may leverage this to compromise EC data. This means that confidentiality and integrity will be affected. Confidentiality in a sense that data that the hacker should not have access to, he or she will now have access to that data, and integrity in a sense that data will be modified. The EC may have to order a re-election because votes cast may be incorrect. We recommend that the EC will put in place a strict contract outline as well as cloud oversight and SOC 2 type audit reports in order to ensure that the security and the interests of the EC are fully met. There may also be EC data breaches, where an individual may gain access to private EC files and folders. This affects the confidentiality of the EC and leads to public distrust in the EC. We recommend that the EC will bring on board role-based access controls as well as encrypt their data so that even if it is compromised, it is still protected. There may be a system failure during the registration and collation process. For example, network failures or faulty devices such as the biometric verification device, laptops, voter registration kits. Availability will be affected. This will lead to a low voter turnout because people wouldn't like to wait in queue only for you to tell them to go and come back because you're having network problems. We recommend that the EC will ensure software and hardware redundancy to ensure that data is backed up. We also recommend that they test their machines way ahead of time. There may also be DDoS attack on the fax machine. This is where a hacker leverages botnets to launch excessive attacks on the fax machine, making it vulnerable for compromise. The integrity and availability of the system is breached. Now, this may lead to a temporary delay in the publishing of results and also falsifying of the results that will be turned out to the public. We recommend that the EC would deploy firewalls to fortify the EC systems, as well as ensuring traffic filtering to ensure that only legitimate traffic passes through. An EC official may also wrongly abuse their right access in this sense that they would use their power to modify data in their favor. This will affect integrity of the registration and collation databases. Final results may be inaccurate and a re-election may be needed. We encourage that the EC will put in place powerful monitoring and logging tools that will ensure that alerts will be sent of all changes that are made, as well as taking background checks on all EC officials. Thank you.
Judges, viewers, has it ever crossed your mind the issues the Electoral Commission face before elections and how these issues could be resolved? Well, I'm Gifty, and I'm here today to enlighten you about the problem they face before elections, recommend some solutions and outcome of these solutions. 1. Devices used for the voting process may be faulty or dysfunctional. Such devices include the biometric verification devices as well as laptop. Therefore, we recommend that the EC must conduct comprehensive risk assessment on all devices by simulating the voting process and making adjustments on all devices to ensure that they are fully functional. This would ensure that the entire voting process is run smoothly for all parties involved. Next, some EC officials may be tricked into granting insider access to an outsider or giving out sensitive EC information. Therefore, we recommend that the EC must train its officials as well as stakeholders to be able to respond and recognize all security threats on the transportation, collation, and registration systems. This will secure the fact that none of the EC officials nor stakeholders fall victim to people who may want to breach the integrity, availability, and confidentiality of the results. Moving on, some unauthorized people may gain access to voter details for voter impersonations. Therefore, the EC must encourage all voters to keep their personal details private, then go ahead to ensure robust voter verification as well as encryption of voter details. This will ensure the fact that registration databases maintain their availability and usefulness for the voting process. Furthermore, some people may try to physically harm or attack EC officials. Therefore, we encourage the EC officials to put in place security measures for all stakeholders as well as participating members, such as surveillance system, military protections, and secret identities. This would make sure that EC officials are protected before elections. Moving on, delay in the distribution of election materials. To avoid this, the EC must ensure up-to-date logistics on current voter details and their geographical locations to make available resources months before elections. This would ensure that none of the ruling electors are left out during elections. Systems are up to date, therefore democracy is assured. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Albiona. And during elections, many problems occur that require the EC to implement security measures. One example of that problem is the unauthorized access that hackers may get to sensitive information in the EC system, example, information from the collation process. They do this by bypassing security measures, exploiting system vulnerabilities, and using stolen credentials. A recommended solution for this problem is the establishment of security operations centers to watch over this. The security operations centers protect and monitor access into the EC systems, investigate any potential security risk, and remediate it. This helps to ensure that the integrity of the voting process is safe and that data is only accessed by authorized and trusted people. Another problem is that during transportation of results to and from headquarters and regions, the ballot papers could be tampered with. This could be done by an individual impersonating an official or an official themselves. A recommended solution for this problem is the use of serial numbers on ballot papers and tamper evidence seals on ballot boxes. This can show when results are tampered with when the serial numbers do not match or the seals on the ballot boxes are broken. This helps to ensure the integrity of votes on ballot papers and overall results in the long run. Another problem that is faced by the EC is the denial of service attacks launched on fax machines. This makes collated results inaccessible and prone to compromise. Hackers do this by using botnets to launch several requests onto the fax machine. So therefore, the fax machine breaks down because it cannot handle so much requests. A recommended solution for this is the launching of firewall and traffic filtering softwares on all of EC systems. Also, restricting physical access to key devices such as the laptop, verification devices, and the fax machine may also help. This, in the long run, ensures that there's an increase in the 100% chance of availability of results on the fax machine. Next, a few security measures for after election 2024. Political parties and religious councils involved in the election may want to know the details and procedures that went into and during the election on the EC systems. The EC must ensure that there is record retention and that these records and logs are preserved and maintained, so therefore they can be used in the future as evidence. Also, these logs can be used to carry out investigations. This ensures that the EC can have evidence to defend themselves from any accusations. Also, fraudulent activities and election malpractices such as election manipulation, voter fraud, and vote rigging may occur on EC systems. The EC must ensure that there is rigorous post-election investigation done on all of the EC's IT systems used in the election. And also, the post-election incident reports must be sent to the religious council, the political parties, and the general public. This boosts the trust the general public has in the Electoral Commission, and also it enhances transparency and public trust and clears any doubts the public may have in the EC. This furthermore prevents riots and disturbances. We will be highly honored if these measures we have recommended will be implemented or considered in the upcoming December 2024 election. Thank you.